really sad to see kids like that.
You're not attracted to him. Men prayed. He was an older man praying on a child.
Mm-hmm. I ain't his first underage. He's done that since I've been married to my husband. Yes, he have.
Wow.
Yes, he have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not his youngest victim either.
Why did he go to prison?
Back then, and it wasn't right then, and it's not right
I
now.
need to take my blood pressure.
Older men, they did things of that nature.
Well, I was just in court with him not even 3 years ago. For him the same thing to his wife child.
Oh wow.
He in jail. He got
no, he's not in jail.
What did you
No, he's not in jail. They called me because they wanted to show that it's a pattern of behavior.
What is what?
And I went to court and testified, and he did not go to jail.
What about
it?
I don't know.
I out of there, and I actually cried because I felt like if they had locked him up, I would have got some type of justice. Because it's too late for me.
Yeah.
You know, statutory is over for me. But if they can get him on this kid, it would have been even. I would have.
You felt that.
I would have felt that. Yes, but they didn't.
And he wouldn't be able to do this to anybody else.
No.
You dropped out of school in the 8th grade, so basically you got a 7th grade education. Why did you drop out of school?
I had 2 kids.
Had to take care of them.
I got pregnant again. I had the first baby, and then I got pregnant. I just turned right back around and got pregnant. And so I had to go to work. My mama got a welfare check, and she only gave me what they added to the check, which was $35, $40. So my mama thought, and this is in '87, I can take care of 2 kids off $40.
What you ain't taking, you can't even take care of yourself off 40, let alone 2 kids, half of formula.
And formula is high now. Back in the day, it was like $29 for a case. It's probably $200 for a case now.
Right.
But I had to go to work. I had to find a way. So I got in the streets. You know, I started, my kid's father was selling drugs, and then he was helping me because he had so many women and babies. And then once he went to jail, I started selling drugs. And that's how I took care of my kids.
How did you avoid the temptation that happened to your sister? She got out there in the streets early and she got hooked on the drugs. Is it that you like, well, I can't get out of my own supply if I'm selling, I can't use?
I was always turned off. My mama watched a lot of soap operas, and she smoked cigarettes like a dude. I mean, like weed. No, like just holding it like a dude. My mama did everything like she was a lesbian, and it just turned me off, like cigarettes. And I would go to school, and back in the day they had Smokey the Bear tell you don't smoke no cigarette. Yep. And so I would come home, and my mom would make us light cigarettes, and I would burn them up on the side. And everything she did, I knew I didn't want to be. And I mean, everything she did, I just despised it. She drank gin and water. She smoked. Only thing I kept was my mom very funny and she cursed. And that's the 2 things I kept from her. But she was the most depressed person. That's the first time I ever seen depression. She would say the same thing all the time. Curtis left me. That was my stepdad. And she would say, these crackers holding me back. And I didn't even know white people were crackers at the time. I thought she was talking about the Keebler elves. and I just said, I don't want to be like that.
Right.
She cried all the time, Shannon. And it's so hard for me to cry now. To me, when I tell my daughters get on me about that all the time. Oh, you so hard on your girls. I said, don't cry. It shows weakness. And it was like, there's nothing wrong with crying. Yes, it is. It shows weakness. Because I looked at a lady who cried all the time and talked about the situation she was in and never did nothing about the situation she's in. I hate a person who always talking about what they gonna do and ain't gonna do. I got friends like that, and I let them talk. And they always tell me, you spontaneous. No. I tell my mind what I'm gonna do. Because your mind is strong and it controls the body. It makes the body react. If you say, I can get up, keep saying it, you're going to get up. Even if it might not be today, it might be tomorrow. Right. But you got to feed yourself positive stuff. I can't stand people who say what they going to do. When I told my husband, I said, I'm going to get me a TV show. I said, I'm a bill comedian. Pat, you should go work at General Motors. I don't want to work at General Motors. Them people, I'm old ass people. I don't want to do no 30 years making no car. I don't want to make no car. You go work at General Motors. And he never understood why I didn't want to do that. And when I found comedy was healing for me. Because I could tell these stories with a smile on my face and not be ashamed. And I learned so many people out there like me. And boy, I was like, I'm never going to stop this. And I didn't even do it for the money. I just did it really.
It was therapeutic for you.
Yes, hitting that stage and finding other people that been through the things that I've been through and understanding the pain. Because my husband, my husband just brought this story to me. So my kid's father used to beat on me a lot, shot me in the back of the head and everything. So I would wake up in the middle of the night and crying and fighting.
You shot him back
my
of the head?
husband had to be to General Motors at 5 o'clock. And, he would try to be comfortable.
Sure did.
It's going to be all right. One night I woke up, Shannon. And my husband said, look here, you need to hit that bag because I got to go to work in the morning. I never dreamed he was beating on me. My husband said, hit him back because I'm tired of you waking me up every other night with this bull crap. Whatever y'all doing in that dream, hit that back. And I went back to sleep and I never got beat up in that dream again. Wow.
The days are warmer, the walks are longer. One easy way to help your dog shine this season is with fresh, healthy food from Farmer's Dog. Farmer's Dog makes fresh, real food and delivers it right to your door. Recipes are developed by vet nutrition.
She was saying she had a dream that her and the baby daddy was fighting.
Oh, yeah, making it easy to say goodbye.
And she was fighting him. Why don't she not realizing it?
With real benefits. My Pomeranian Teddy loves the stuff, and his coat never looks better. It's smart, healthy pet food. You can feel good about feeding your pup. It's the best option for your dog of all life stages because it's not kibble, it's not canned goo, it's real healthy food. And it doesn't matter if your dog is young or old, it's always the right time to begin investing in their health. That means more happy, healthy, full years together. Get 50% off the first box of fresh, healthy food from farmersdog.com/Shay. Plus, you get free shipping. Just go to farmersdog.com/Shay to get 50% off. That's farmersdog.com/Shay. Miss Pat, your mom outwardly was a very tough woman. She let off a round, she would curse, she would yell and scream. But inside, you can tell she was a broken woman, that she was
broken. My daddy did to her what she allowed my kid's father to do to me. My dad was very abusive. And my mom was so beat down. She only had 4 teeth. I used to think my mom was old. She had mama down. She was 39 years old.
39 years old, mama.
39 years old. She had 4 teeth down her mouth.
He knocked them all out?
I don't know who knocked them out. All I know is her fake teeth was in the refrigerator wrapped in a Kroger sack. And she put them in every now and then. That's all I know. I never asked her. I think she told us that my daddy knocked her teeth out. But she was so beat down. And when my kid's father was beating me down like that, and I was like, "No, you ain't about to Mildred me. You ain't about to Mildred me."
That was your mom.
Yeah, that was my mom. And I started to fight back. And I remember my kid's father said, "I'm gonna knock your teeth out of my mouth." And all I could see is my mom with them 2 little 4 teeth at the top of her mouth, and they had cavity. I was like, "You not about to have me walking around looking like that?" Now I don't mind my side teeth missing, but you ain't about to knock out my front.
Everybody see the front. You got to talk straight.
Yeah, I can easily disguise my jaws. I just don't got. I don't smile too big. But my mom was so broken, so beat down,
So sad.
and I just said, a man would never in his life treat me like that again.
Did you have a relationship with your father?
My real father came along when I was about 12 or 13, and shows up, slapped me, and
Slapped you?
Yeah, and I beat his. So me and my brother beat his ass. That's how he introduced himself with a slap.
Huh?
Well, I didn't know him, and he hit me, so I hit him back. And me and my brother beat him up, and he told us he was his daddy. But later on, I'm a forgiving person. I don't hold grudges. And my daddy had multiple myeloma, and I got to know him, and I took him to Indiana with me, and that's where he passed away at.
Oh,
and I'll never forget when he was dying, Shannon, because I'm the baby. And he was so proud of me. The only time he ever really seen me on TV is when I was on Judge Joe Brown suing somebody for damaging my house. And so when he was he wanted to see this.
Oh Lord, I'm so sorry.
But he died. Make a long story
hey,
short,
son.
He died. He looked up at me, and at this
what
time,
y'all got going on?
And he just said,
"Oh."
And I
he
said,
said what?
Nothing.
He said,
and I know he was saying, I never did nothing for you. but you came back
And that's
took
why
care of the
she's so
man that
successful.
did not take care of you.
Yeah.
I picked my daddy up from Grady Memorial Hospital. Grady Memorial Hospital put my daddy out with no health care. Cut his leg off wrong and pushed him to the car, put him in the car. I put him on a pamper and drove him from Atlanta, Georgia to Indianapolis. I pulled up at the CVS right over there in Riverdale and did not have no money. I wasn't making no money at the time. And I said, he needed his diabetic medication. And the man was like, I was a couple $100. I said, sir, I don't have it. I bust out crying. And the pharmacist looked at me and said, don't cry. I said, I'm taking my daddy home to Indiana. He said, I'm going to fill my prescription, and that should be enough for you to get him back on Medicaid, Medicare, so you can get him a prescription.
Wow.
He gave me 30-day supply. I drove my daddy all the way from Atlanta, Georgia to Indianapolis in my Trailblazer, pulled over several times and changed his pamper in the back of the car.
Oh, no, that's right. Oh.
And he stayed with me for about 5 or 6 years. And this is when my career took off. I get a call.
Favor.
Huh?
Yeah.
God favor for what you did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I told my daddy, he said,
She's fine.
I know what your mama done told you. I said, stop. We can start over. I said, I don't know. I don't go by what people say about people. Let me
Who all
get to
in
know
here,
you.
y'all? What y'all got
And
going
I got to
on?
know him. And I got a chance
Oh,
to
y'all watch it,
love
Miss
him,
Pat
to
on
feel
Shannon
what a
Sharp.
father love was. I already had this
Hey,
stepfather,
sis, they
but,
had
you
a
know,
great time.
that was my stepdad.
Right.
He stood in for a long time.
It was
and then my real
definitely
dad
some
came along, and I
roadblocks
got to feel
and
the love that my real dad had for me. And
not so
when
great
he
in the
passed away,
beginning.
I had just got a call. My daddy passed. I don't know if this is the exact date, on a Monday. That Wednesday, I got a call to come go on tour with Katt Williams. And I told my husband, I said, you ain't gonna believe this. He said, what? I said, they told me I'm going on tour with Katt Williams. I get to, I don't even know what's the first city was. I get to the city, we all in a room like this, and Katt come in, and I'm excited. I don't want to show my excitement because I don't really know Katt Williams. And he introduced himself, and we talking, and he overhear me on the phone. And I'm trying to get my brothers and sisters that my daddy just died. He said, what you doing? I said, my daddy died. He said, your daddy died? I said, yeah, he died Monday. I said, I'm just trying to, do his funeral. Do you mind? And he said, no, ma. He went behind the door and came back with a stack of money. And I said, what is this? He said, go bury your daddy and come back.
Wow.
Cat got a heart of gold too.
A lot of people
Wow,
say
that's
Cat got a heart of gold.
amazing.
And that's the reason why God is blessing
Hey,
him
Indignant.
the way he is.
It's okay. I woke up with a headache, but push it through. Y'all know how I do. Push it through.
It's like my childhood. It's sort of like my childhood.
Johnny, that's the movie we gotta go see.
What is that?
I forgot what it's called.
Hold on, y'all. I posted one upstairs and got my blood pressure medicine. Started cleaning up, and hold on, y'all.
Yeah, you see her dad wasn't there for her, and she still can't find it. There.
It's big life. Zoom, next, that's big move. Big plan.
And I was on the way. It was a couple $1,000s. My daddy had spent his insurance money right before he died. He literally cashed in his insurance pot. I could have kicked his ass. Because you got cancer and you die, you gonna cash in your damn life insurance pot. I'm gonna put him in a potato sack. He better be thanking Katt Williams because he was about to be potatoes.
Let me get this straight. Your father died
Yes.
Monday. You get the call and you go on tour with Katt.
Mm-hmm.
You've never met Katt before. You don't know Katt. You know who he is, but you don't know him like that. Y'all interview, you introduce yourself. He walks up to you and you're on the phone and you're talking to your siblings about, okay, dad just died and we need to make arrangements to put him away.
Mm-hmm.
He overhears the conversation. He leaves, comes back, and hands you money.
A lot of money.
Saying that go bury your dad and come back.
Yes, I did a show that Friday. That week, I flew home, buried my daddy, and came back. And I tried to pay it back. He said, you don't owe me nothing.
Cat got a heart of gold.
So Katt, this has been Katt.
Been Katt. I just seen him at the Netflix. The guy who owns Netflix. We went to a party at his house. And I always tell him thank you because he didn't have to do that. And in this world, in this game, ain't a lot of people that will do that. A lot of
people, if you do something, they don't want something back in return at some point in time.
Or they gonna tweet about it.
Yes.
Or they gonna tell everybody, oh, I helped you. I hate people who do that. And people only know this story because I tell it.
Right.
But for him to bury my daddy a first day, and he still paid me, Shannon. He still paid me. He didn't take it out of my pay. He still paid me.
They say, a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
Is that what do people get wrong about Katt? Because people, and I've had a comedian on here, Gary Owen said the same thing, that he did him a solid. And there have been several people, but there's some out there that don't rock with Katt and don't feel Katt is. What are we missing? I know him on a different level now, because after we did the interview, we've been in constant communication. So I know him on a little different level, and been in his presence since we did the interview. What are we missing? What do people don't know about Katt that you want people to absolutely understand about Katt Williams?
One of the nicest comics in this game that I ever deal with. I mean, most caring. One of the most caring. And I don't deal with a lot of people because I'm old. I don't have horrible stories about comedians. I just, live my life. But that I will never forget, because you just could have told me I'm gonna pay you. But no, you paid for my daddy's funeral. And it was a few $1,000s.
Right.
Didn't even know.
And didn't take it out your check.
Didn't take it out of my check.
And if he took it out your check, you'd have understood it.
I didn't expect anything. You just told me to go bury my daddy.
Right.
I was able to buy a casket. I was able to put him in the ground. I was able to get my brother and sisters up there. I was able to do everything.
That was a blessing. It is. And that's why I say Katt, that's my boy.
When he gave you that money,
You know who put me up on Katt Williams? Y'all ain't gonna believe it.
He don't know me from a can of paint.
I said, no, you don't have to do that. I said, I'm going to be okay. I was trying to work it out. I mean, at the time, my husband was at General Motors, and I knew I was going to get paid from him. And my husband got pretty good credit. We was talking about taking out a loan, all kind of stuff, trying to get the city to bury him, all kind of stuff. Katt walked in and gave me the money and changed the whole situation.
Wow. Man, I read, man, you used to scam people.
Yeah, I used to be a check forger. I was really good at it too.
You just steal blank check,
All the stuff she told
write the person's name on it, and go take it.
doing this
Back
kind
in
of
the
stuff.
day, my brother,
That's what used to do that in our family.
my relative used to be a check. Your podcast too big for me to be talking about family members. Mama be trying to sue me. I ain't got time for that crap there. I have a family member that was a professional burglar. So this person used to break in houses, right? And so a lot of times, and when you got that street mentality, it stays with you. So back in the day, people get comfortable and throw their checkbooks inside of, the glove compartment. Well, my brother would steal your car and bring me the checks. And so at first I would give them to a crackhead and say, just go get me this and that. And I said, well, what are you doing? Because I'm curious when it come down to hustling. And that crackhead showed me how to make a fake ID and showed me how. I thought I was schooling. Granny didn't fill out no damn check. That crackhead took me in practice writing checks and signing the first person name. And so the first time I went out to do it, it was me and another relative.
Oh, man.
And Mason looked like,
hey, y'all, make sure y'all thumbs up the live, everybody that's coming in.
My niece got locked the hell up. And so I said, we got to regroup. We did it wrong. So we came up with a plan.
Right.
All of us black people don't be right up in no Macy's.
I don't need to go there, but one or two.
Yeah.
Macy's
and Riches back in the day. So we got to go in there one at a time. And we got to look like some can't go in there with no rags on our head. We got to look like we got a job. So we put a plan together. And that's how it all happened.
she kind of reminds me of Monique a little bit.
My stepdad.
Comedian.
He used to tell me, he said, if you eat carrots, your eyes are gonna be pretty. And I believe that shit. So I like raw carrots.
Yes. Hey, Nadia, it's good to see you in here, boy. I ain't seen you in here in a minute. Indignance of my shoes.
Not only that, I'm a grown woman. Don't call me Raven. My name is Pat or Patricia. And my one thing about my kid's father, he would not call me Patricia. Because to me, that's how he hold on to the control that he
yeah.
in my life.
Yeah.
So he refused to call me Pat.
What would he call you?
He called me Rabbit.
He did?
He still do, and I don't answer. I said, don't call me Rabbit. Even my friends, I had to train my friends not to call me Rabbit.
Because you know
see, but you see, that's daddy though. It's trauma that comes from the name. See, you get it?
Don't be calling me Rabbit. I'm too old to be a Rabbit.
Yep,
I'm a
that's what I
grown
was
man.
saying.
I'm somebody, mama, grandma, and wife. Don't call, I'm grown, and it holds so much to that name holds so much to where I come from. I just don't want to be called that.
See, that's how he feel.
Why you still call me Rabbit? You know I don't like it.
Well, some of my friends be like, I mean, Pat. Like I was talking.
No, I'm talking about your child's father.
Yeah, he said, I don't know Pat, I know Rabbit. But that's his way of holding on.
Right.
So every time he hit me through Facebook, I don't fuck with him. Going back to Jiffy Lube and leave me alone.
Thank you, love.
What about you bought a Cadillac? You bought a Cadillac, but you needed because you only had a learner's permit.
Yeah, a learner's permit. I had several cars at that time.
That's bad. You don't even have a real driver's license.
Well, you could go. I had a friend that used to take us to the auction, real auction, here in Atlanta. So you go down there on Stewart Avenue, and you buy as many cars as you want to. So I'll buy these cars and fix them up. And I had a Fleetwood Cadillac when they were driving. I had one, and I had a learner's license with a crackhead on the passenger seat because he had a driver's license. So I had him in shifts. So when the police pulled me over, they can't search the car because I had a licensed driver in the car with me.
You always have hustle mentality. You always look what.
You know what, Shannon? I used to steal, but I wasn't big on steal. But when I go in the store, I had to catch myself because that little crazy person in me. I was at Home Goods the other day, and this dude put a $200 roll in my car by mistake. And that crazy person was like, take off with that damn roll. And the good person like, don't do that. You got to be car. So I said, sir, get the roll out of my car. That's not my roll. That's not my roll. But it's still in me. That's the hustle in me.
So I want to make sure I get this straight. You were shot in the head at 14. You got your areola blown up at 15.
Why you gotta say areola?
Okay,
Nipple.
Okay, you got the nipple.
Yeah.
Was it the same guy?
No, my kid's father shot me in the back of the head, and another guy shot me in my booty.
What the hell? Hold on. Is it true?
I got shot twice. I think I was 15 when I got shot both times.
Damn.
I know. I told God, I said, look here, God, you gotta tell him, stop shooting me.
Here, Mom, did you get this? I don't know why Carter didn't get that to you. What is it? Jonay said that's yours.
He had shot you.
I don't know.
Yeah. He shot me and left me in the house. And I called my friend.
I can't send it over right now.
Me, girl, come over here. She get over there.
Hey, good morning, Monique.
Crack my skull and I'm
Good morning, Yolanda.
What did you do? 22?
Oh no, it ain't almost time. It is time. I'm getting it redone.
And so I really Shannon, I'll be honest with you.
Where is that already?
I was like, that's murder.
Well, then when are we going to see it? Elena, you can go. It's not scary.
So
Leave me alone.
Was a kicking on my neck.
This is something, and it's like a Lifetime movie. Something that happened on Lifetime.
Everybody said it was the best horror movie in 2024.
Yeah, exactly. So don't try to.
It's about a man. Okay, listen.
Leave me alone.
It's about these ladies. So you believe in Jesus Christ or something? So you know how they be coming to people's house, right?
I'm
So,
my kids.
Jonay, you're not winning me over.
Girl, for real.
And she laughed her ass off.
So these idiots gonna go to this man's house.
I don't know
And
that.
then he gonna say, oh, something. They're like, we're not allowed to go in nobody's house. Like, oh, my wife was in here.
You said originally it wasn't.
Demond said hi, y'all.
Hi.
I do miss my braids. I definitely do. Jonay, what other Demond do you know, Jonay?
Oh, I didn't know he was on. Why would I know when he got school? So I didn't know that was him. Now look at this, Lena. It's not scary, for real.
Jonay, leave me alone. I'm not going to see
My
it.
name is Sister
Is this
Barnes.
scary? Listen, watch this.
Hi, good afternoon, ma'am. Are you interested in learning about our Savior, Jesus Christ?
Dang, I gotta remember his
Why are you
voice.
watching it?
My name is Sister Barnes.
It's not scary.
Would you leave me alone, Jonay? I'm not going to see it.
Are you interested in learning more about the Church of Jesus Christ?
Come on in.
We can come inside unless another woman is present.
My wife is something. Does that count?
Great.
You like pie?
Yeah.
My wife has pie in the oven.
I can tell that you are a very spiritually curious person.
Aye. It is good and delicious to find your faith in a doctrine you actually believe.
Well, our work here is done.
I will go and check on the pie.
Look, Lena.
You see the candle? What's wrong with the candle?
Press pause.
The candle is blueberry pie. That's
Remember he said he was
triggered
baking
them
the
like
pie,
the pie was being baked.
but it wasn't a pie being baked.
It was a candle.
Okay, what does that mean?
Oh, he got them. You see, that's why I told you to watch.
It sedated them. The candle sedated them or something.
No.
The man tricked them into going to the house, inside the house.
I won't keep you if you wish to leave. But I want you to choose which door to go through based on your faith.
What does this have to do with us leaving?
Everything.
Hey, Samantha Boo. Hey, Rainy.
We're gonna stay.
See, look, it's
It will
not
make
scary.
your hearts beat faster. It may even make you want to die. Do not be afraid.
Look at Mama. She didn't close her eye.
This is not scary.
You will witness a miracle.
I don't like scary
Her what?
Are you going to watch it or no?
No. Oh, heck, Hertic. What is
This
this?
is not scary. It's a Lifetime movie. Baby.
Okay.
Hi, good afternoon, ma'am. Are you in
Just like the man,
here?
like abduction.
Seeing this press?
I want to go see it. You going? What are you scared of?
Jonay, you cannot talk people into
You want
seeing
them
it.
and my siblings to be team players.
Y'all know that's
You always
not being
believed that if
scared.
there was somebody else who had a better shot than you did, that you got in the wall. And that's what I.
Glad you did say you ain't
Pray
going.
I ain't going. Even if I was gonna go, I couldn't climb up no stairs.
I prayed to God and I said, Lord, I'll never forget it. I don't get on my knees for nothing. I mean, no sexual move for nothing. It's hard for me to get up. And God know I'm lazy. I'm gonna pray on my side.
Right.
I got on my knees and I said, Lord, I'm not asking you to change him. I'm asking you to change me. I said, I don't want to hate him, but the love that I have and the desire that I have for this man, I ask you to remove it because it's no longer healthy for me.
Oh,
and I'll
Lord.
never forget that. I
What
said,
you
I don't wanna
say?
hate him, Lord. I
That's
went to sleep and woke
powerful.
up and did not care nothing about him the next day.
What?
And I remember 2 days later, he came over and tried to like have sex with me. Nothing. I met my husband that same week I did that prayer.
Lord, have look at
That
God.
is what I told God. I said, God, I just want you to remove what was keep drawing me to him like cocaine. Take it out of me. And he took it out of me. And I never ever went back.
Oh, she was on drugs?
Rabbit ain't gonna never leave him. Rabbit ain't gonna never leave him. Baby, I woke up one day. I went from being a little girl to a grown woman, and he didn't know how to accept it.
Did he act? Well, what's wrong with you? Why all of a sudden now you don't want to? We've
Baby,
done
that's
this for
God,
X amount of
honey.
years or however long you've done it. What changed?
Hey, Kimmy, thank you. Hey, Eula. Miss Kim doing okay, y'all. She right there.
Husband, so
I got to clean
at
up
the time,
over there.
I'm checks and I tell my
All right,
husband,
Miss
to
Kim,
come
that's a
to my
lot
apartment
of
and watch my
stuff.
kids and stuff. And my
How
husband,
old are you this time, if you don't mind me asking?
17. And so I
I'm gonna
got an
take that
apartment.
trash
It's in my dad's name. And my husband started to come over. My boyfriend at the time started to come over, and he was not my type. You know, my husband was a
Maybe this
bigger
is
guy. My kid's father was really skinny like Dave Chappelle. So I've never really dated a thick guy like that. But he was so intelligent. And this gonna sound stupid, but this is when I knew I didn't have a nickel and I have a man. I walked in one day.
Preach it
and
like
he
you
was
know
watching
it.
Seinfeld. And I said, what the hell are you watching that white show for? He said, this is a really good show. You should sit down and watch. I'm like, I'm a hood chick. And he said, sit down and watch it. And I was like, wow, this is funny.
Yes.
Not really my type of funny, but he just started to introduce me to different things. And, you know, I didn't have to worry about being called no. You know, I didn't have to get talked down to. He was opening the doors for me. And most women would take that as being weak. But it was something that I always wanted. I'm gonna tell you a story about my kid's father. One time we was riding in the car, and my car ran out of gas right there off of Bankhead, and we riding down Bankhead, the car run out of gas, and it's raining. So my kid's father used to suck his thumb, and I said, "You ain't gonna go to the gas station?" No, anybody tell you not getting no gas? I get out the car, Shannon, and I'm walking maybe a mile to the gas station.
Promise you.
You get out the car,
Michael.
walk in the rain,
Man.
to get gas.
Why he?
Yeah, I get out the car. And walk a mile to the gas station.
That should have ended it for you right there.
I was too stupid. Let me tell you what happened. So I'm walking in the rain, and it ain't rain, it pouring rain.
Yeah.
This older man pulled up next to me and said, "Young lady, let me take you to the gas station." And I'm kind of scared getting in the car with the older man. Take me to the gas station, pay for the gas. He take me back to my car, and that old man seen my baby daddy sitting in that car, and he went the hell off. He said, "You mean to tell me this young punk sitting in the car and got you walking in the rain? You young girls are stupid."
Yeah.
My kid's father sitting in the front seat laughing. That started to wake me up.
Yeah.
So when I met my husband, and he wasn't watching no crap like I was used to with my kid's father, and he the first man I ever seen with a credit card. He the first man that ever talked to me about finances and credits. And that stuff was just attracted to me. It attracted me to him because I wasn't used to that. I wasn't used to somebody calling me ugly and beating on me, calling me out. Yes. And so I was like, I ain't really into, this ain't really my type, but I'm gonna hold on to this and see where we go.
You say you meet your current husband, you're 17, but if I'm not mistaken, you went to jail at 18.
No, I got out of jail at 17, so I'm not 18.
So,
yeah.
So
I went
to jail for?
Crack.
You 7.
Yeah, so I probably was 19. So when I met my husband, I probably was 19 because I went to jail at 17. Back then, you go to jail at 17, so I got out at 18. And then I met him about 19 because he was 21 and I wasn't 21. Let me get the ages right. It's been 30-some years.
I want to know the exact moment that you knew this is my forever man.
What is it? Yeah.
When he told me, when I lived in that apartment and I was getting evicted, because I ain't never like pay no bills. Apartments in my I got evicted all the time. And so I said, take me to my dad's house so he put the apartment back in my name. My husband looked at me, boyfriend and said, look, I put the apartment in my name. And I said, what? And then I said, you gonna move in with me? He said, I said, well, I can't pay the rent. He said, okay. Now, mind you, I had never had sex with this man. He was just coming over all the time, hanging out and stuff like that. This man gonna put a whole apartment in his name. A whole apartment. And move me and my 2 kids into some security. Paid the rent. Paid the bills.
Pillows that was in there.
And he looked at me and said, I want you to do one thing for me.
Yeah, he older now.
And I said, what? He said, stop selling crack and stop forging
I've been looking
checks.
for my glasses. I couldn't find
And I gave my niece my last little bit of crack and I threw away the checks. And that was hard because that was so hard, Shannon.
That would be easy money on this back.
I had to go and work at McDonald's for $4.25 an hour. But then I'm a hustler, so now I'm still in that direction, but I ain't really telling him. Because he was just so cut and dry honest. And I'm like, what back in the day and what women would consider now to be lame, because that's the word we use. And I'm like, my husband lame as hell. He ain't breaking no laws. He ain't got no speeding ticket. He ain't doing nothing. And so I'm like, I can't just come up here and work every day for no $4.25. I got 2 kids at the house. Right. And then we had just got custody. We had just got my sister's kids, so I got 6 kids. I got to get this money. So I was up there tearing McDonald's a new ass every day. And I just came out of the drug game, so I can count real fast with money. I can count backwards. Right. It'll change. I can count. So, baby, that's what I did.
They coming up show every night.
No, they didn't, because you promo it. There was a way on that register that you can get away around it. Yeah. Or you took the money and slip it up you took the chain and slip it up on the register. So when you ring it up, you just clear it out and you give the people their money back. Because back then people weren't using a lot of credit cards.
Right. They were using cash.
They were using a lot of cash.
So it's hard for people to do
And
it.
that's what I did.
Yeah,
And
because
you
of
know,
that.
to me,
Clairvoyance.
I had to get two
Checker.
jobs, and it still didn't make up for the money that I was making in the streets. But I did it because I had a stable place for my kids to stay. I had somebody in my life that cared about me, and I didn't want to blow it, trying to hustle in the streets. Because he had took me forging checks and selling dope as long as he could. Because the man ain't never been in jail. And he told me one day, he said, hey, these ain't my kids. What happens when you go to jail? They gonna give your kids back to that man. And so he just started to make me realize, Pat, you can make it without doing all of
How
this.
did he know you? How did he know you were selling crack and forging checks? Did you tell him, or did he saw you?
I knew his brother.
Okay.
I knew his brother. So his brother knew I was selling crack and forging checks, and I was a hustler.
But he said, but he didn't try to change you. He didn't beat you down. He didn't say, look, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, I'm up out of here. He said, look, I'm gonna get you this place. I'm gonna put my name on the lease. All I ask you to do is stop selling crack and stop forging these checks.
Yep, that's what he
You knew
asked.
that was so. Then now you're like, why you doing all this? You want me to be your girl? You trying to what you try? What's your angle here?
Well, we was living together, so we was actually living together. So I knew he wanted me to be his girl,
Right.
and I just said, I would talk on the phone with my girlfriends and stuff, and I knew I had something different.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was nothing like seeing a black man go to work and come home and treat you the way you're supposed to be treated. Saying nice things to you. I mean, he brought me back to life when so many people before him had killed me on the inside. He fed me positive things. When I was down and low, he would talk me out of it. There was one time in my whole life I ever thought about committing suicide because I checked my criminal background history. I went to school for medical assistant, and I checked my criminal background history. And they wouldn't give me a job because I had too many felons on my record. And it was like, no. And I was like, well, what am I living for? What am I living for if I can't get a decent paying job other than a fast food restaurant to feed my family or to help you out? And he was like, Pat, there's more to you than that. And I just started to dig inside of myself and to find out who I really was. But it was all the help of him. I mean, that man picked me up when I was at my lowest. My husband went to the military. My husband graduated high school. He ain't never told me in my face, bitch, baby, you got an 8th grade education. I've always felt safe with him. I'm like, how you spell can?
That cheetah head thing.
Damn, you can't spell can? He ain't never. Not one time have you ever said that.
The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big getting in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups every Tuesday and Friday, playing for the right to advance into a single elimination in-season tournament, culminating in the NBA Cup Championship in Las Vegas. First time. Here's something special for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code MONEYMOVE. That's code MONEYMOVE for new customers to get $150 in bonus bet if your bet wins when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. After everything that you've been through, did you get therapy? How did you get past all this trauma that had befallen you in your life? You're 19, and I'm hearing this, and the audience, listening audience, and viewing audience is going to hear this. Think about what you had gone through, and you're still a teenager.
Category is sensitive. HIV panel. Ask your doctor about a 2-in-1 HIV panel.
We flipped the switch. Literally. The ghost pepper cheese switch. Come into Penn Station today, pick a favorite sub, and add our limited time ghost pepper cheese and light it up.
What?
I never got counseling.
What?
I think comedy was my counseling. Honestly, that's where I started to tell the stories of growing up in the bootleg house, being molested, being shot. The comedy audience healed me. And when I got the Miss Pat show, And my co-creator, this boy just crazy, Jordan E. Cooper, just started to dig in my life and tell these stories. And it's so many times I've cried on that set. But there's so many times season 1, my kid's father, I finally get to tell him off how I feel. I mean, it's acting, but still, Jordan knew how important that was to me. And I remember getting in that car, leaving that set on Boat Rock Road here in Atlanta, and I boo-hooed because that was a door that I had closed that needed to be open.
Y'all, how we ain't at 100 thumbs up yet?
Help me open it, and I cried so hard because all I ever wanted to do was tell him what he did to me and how I really felt, and I got to do it.
How we ain't at 100 thumbs up yet? This is all family in here.
You know, we did an episode on my mom.
How we got 105 in here, so how were we not at 100 thumbs up, guys?
Ugly and stuff like that, and I was able to do an episode.
Who all in here still?
Time I roll home crying. So through comedy and through the Miss Pat show, and do I need counseling? I probably do. Let my kids tell it. Yes, I do. I still got some stuff that I need to work out. Am I a perfect mom? No, I'm not. And one thing I always tell my oldest daughter, who's 38, I think, 36 or 38. I always tell her, I said, you got to understand that I was 14. I made a lot of mistakes with you and your brother. But one of the things I want you to always know is that I love you.
Hey, Renee, boo.
And I did the best that I could do. I never gave you up. You never was molested. Because when I had my daughter on August 9, 1986, I said in that bed holding her, I said, they would never do to you what was done to me. And when my daughter went off to college, and she's called me. She said, you know what, Mama, all my friends been touched. And I feel bad because I'm the only one that ain't got no molestation story. And I knew I had done my duties.
You feel bad?
Now, did I know she was going to be down at college eating all the women?
Oh, Lord. She gay?
She gay as hell. She gay as hell. She gay as hell, baby. She don't eat you, you won't be able.
She is crazy.
Do you remember much about your grandmother?
Hey, Jamie.
No.
Because I wonder because your mom was this way, and you said part of you, you know, like you had to break a curse because you saw the way your mom was, and it'd be interesting to know what type of mom your mom had.
I think everybody was uneducated, so I think my daughter was the first one to graduate high school in 3 generations. First one to go to college that I can think of, that I know of. So, my grandmama died. She was an alcoholic. She got poisoned with corn liquor or some type of moonshine. So I don't know much about her. I just know my granddaddy.
You said that was one of your proudest moments when your daughter graduated high school.
It was.
Because you dropped out, your mom dropped out. Probably your grandmother probably didn't go to finish high school either. What was that moment like when your daughter, you see your daughter walking across that stage with a high school diploma?
I cried. And you know what? Let's back up before you get to the high school prom. So I never got a chance to go to prom or anything like that because I dropped out. Right. And so
watching her.
I have 4 kids, and every one of them went to prom for me. I picked the outfit. I picked, I went all out. I mean, I told them what I wanted them to wear. I picked a car. I didn't pick their date. My daughter went with a bunch of girls. I should have known she was gay then.
I can't.
My other daughter went with her best friend, and my sons went with 2 young ladies, and they allowed me to pick their dates and stuff like that. So I got to live there through them, and when they all graduated, and I just said, I did something. And when my daughter Garyana, she has 2 degrees. And so, I'm proud of them. They're not convicted felons like me. They're not high school dropouts. They work and they do the things they're supposed to do. So I'm all right. I'm proud of them.
You did more than all right.
Yeah, they didn't turn it to no Shannon Sharp. My fat ass son could have played football, but I'm not that parent that's gonna stick around. When you ain't good at something, bring your ass on there.
No, I can't.
My son played basketball one time. He was so hard with Shannon, his shoe kept falling off his feet. I said, "Boy, get them damn shoes. I'm going home and watching Young and Restless."
I can't.
I said, "We quit. We quit.
No,
You're
we
horrible."
quit.
He said, "What you mean?" I said, "Baby, you're only good at football. Go out there and let them hit you upside your damn head.
I can't.
Because that's what you're good at. You like to eat."
Miss Pat, what advice would you give? Because you'd be a great, you'd be great with a TED Talk. You'd be great talking to young women that are possibly going through something or have gone through something very similar to what you've gone through. What would be some of the advice that you would like to share? Have you shared? Obviously you've shared your story
many times.
But have you thought about, like, if I get an opportunity to stand up in front of a group of women, 1,000 women, and share my story with them, maybe they've gone through something similar and don't know how to move on. Or maybe there's somebody that's going through something right now that I can help them with. What would you tell us, man?
Learn how to love yourself. The problem with me was I didn't realize I didn't love myself. I was too busy loving everybody else, and nobody was loving me. So that's.
Oh man, that's no copyright.
We're local water masters. Efficiency, delivery, technology, trustworthy, elegant. Here for every water worry since 1936.
Come here. As soon as everybody's gonna let down. What is this?
I don't know.
Is this needed
Yeah,
or
that's
We were
yours.
fortunate to have season tickets
I
to
thought
Lions
you
game.
got some other thing in
Going to a
there.
Lions game with my family and
Okay.
being a part of that crowd created lasting memories. Lions football has been a huge part of our family's life for
Well,
years,
I
and
about
now
to get
we want to help make that part of yours.
That's why we're giving away 4 tickets to every Lions home game this season.
Go to callsand.com and enter to win.
From our family to yours.
Let's go Lions!
Well, that's one of the things I always tell people. I said, when you do so much for other people, then you're taking away from yourself. You got to make yourself first. When I learned how to love myself, that's why I was able to find a man that know how to love me. When I was loving on my kid's father, I was just loving on him. He wasn't loving on me.
He didn't return that. He didn't reciprocate that.
No, reciprocate, whatever word you want to use. Since you want to use these fancy ass words.
He wasn't giving back to you.
I know what reciprocate means. I used to steal calls. I love an educated man. But yeah, you didn't get it. Learn how to love yourself. Put yourself first. And even as a mom or wife, we still have the tendency of putting everybody else before.
do.
Sometimes you gotta pull your wig off and shut that door and say, everybody outside the door is gonna go there today. Because it's all about me.
Lord help.
You gotta learn how to love yourself.
When you first got into comedy, Miss Pat, did you change was your accent? Did you change anything about the way you talk?
Nah, I changed my act. I did what everybody else do, a whole bunch of old sex stuff, and then I started to tell these stories about life off stage, and people's like, you should really, look into telling these stories. And my neighbors and everybody kept telling me, you got crazy stories like Richard Pryor. I didn't really know who Richard Pryor. I didn't even know Richard Pryor was a comedian. So I started to look into Richard Pryor and buy his own CD. And I was like, you get all that money for telling your business? Because we grew up a lot. He grew up in a brothel. I grew up in a bootleg house. Right. He saw hoes. I saw hoes. That was nothing. I've told that story about helping my special need uncle have sex all the time. That's what me and my sister had to do with holding legs back because he was crippled. So he was crippled, and so he would have seizures. I told this story many times, and my granddaddy thought if my uncle busted a nut, it would calm down the amount of seizures that he would have. Right. So me and my sister would have to go back there and pull his leg back because he was crippled, and he was special needs. Right. Back then we said help me. Retarded. So we pull his leg back, he get it started, and my granddaddy give us 50 cents to go play Pac-Man.
Huh?
But you know what? Back in those days, it was normal. If go get Cecil naked and get him ready for the hoe, he just be smiling because he really couldn't tell. Like, stop smiling all the time.
He was all about to happen. That was you wanted.
The more he smiled, the longer it got.
What?
I would tell you, the first time I ever saw one outside Uncle Cecil, I was like, that thing don't look like Uncle Cecil. Not knowing I wasn't supposed to be looking at Uncle Cecil.
When did you decide? So you know what? I think I can do stand up. I think I'm funny. Because I know you dropped out in like the 8th grade. But were you funny as a child? Were you a comedian? Were you class clown? Were you in school?
Yeah, I had a Joan all the time. We call it Joan.
Joanie.
Yeah, we had a Joan all the time because I was a musty kid. So what my mama would give us everything was monthly. She would buy the Tootsie. We could only get one swipe. So it was just enough for one arm.
Yeah.
What is a
Use
Tootsie?
that other arm the whole day to keep it from sweating. So I was right-handed.
Huh?
So I would always put the deodorant up under my right arm because that's my most active arm.
Right.
So I would have to get people off of me, because we were hand-me-down. My brother stole from the Goodwill, and we were just poor as hell.
Right.
So I would have to learn. My mouth became a piece.
Right. Y'all gonna get up off me.
Yeah, you gonna get up off me. And I used to fight a lot too.
You fight the girls for making fun of you?
Shit, I fought all the time at English Avenue Elementary. You better ask somebody. Because you know what? So when I was coming up, they used to give those boxes to poor kids. Remember the Thanksgiving and Christmas box? I hate those boxes. Oh, and it was 5 of us. All 5 of us was getting the boxes. And my mom was so lazy, Shannon, she wouldn't even come up to the school. No, we got that 30-pound goddamn turkey. Got her walking down the street.
30-pound turkey.
Yeah, he unthrowing on my side. You got him on your shoulder like a pocketbook. Canned goods, so everybody be picking that up. Canned goods falling because the box wet. And so I had to fight all the time. Because we were so damn poor.
So you do like, you know what? We're trying to talk. So do you remember the moment that you said, I'm gonna give stand up a try?
Yes.
And do you remember your first set?
Yeah. So like I said, everybody said I had stories like Richard Pryor. I go to this caseworker and I'm trying to make her give me more. I'm trying to make her feel sorry for me. So the first story I tell her, my granddaddy hanging us. So my granddaddy hung us one time for stealing my aunt food stamps. And it wasn't no no killer hanging. Right. It was like 5 seconds. He put the rope around the neck, moved it, and said, "Who got the food stamp?" I told him. My caseworker laughed her ass off. She said, "You ever thought about being a comedian?" And I said, "Mm-mm." She said, "You are funny." So she would block off she was my welfare work program caseworker. She would block off 2-3 hours just talking to me. Let me tell her story. She'd be in there with tears coming out of her eyes. And I'm like, she was like, "You should really try stand up."
Are you gonna give me an extra $65 book of food stamps? Or you just waste my time?
She gave me a lot of stuff, and she kept encouraging me. And I got on stage, and I came home one night with my wig smelling like cigarette. And I told my husband, I said, "I'm a comedian." He said, "Take your ass to bed so you can go to Walmart tomorrow." And I said, "No, I'm a comedian. I'm a comedian," and I just kept going out. And
hooked. That first time you got on stage and you heard that applause, you heard that laughter, there was no turning back from Miss Pat.
Okay, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all get up out of here because
and I felt like
I know, right?
Not only the money,
this is a good interview.
Was there too. So I just stuck with it, and
I'm gonna let y'all go. I picked up a little bit around here.
Other people don't understand.
I need to get my phone room together.
My husband did not understand why I wanted to be a comedian. And it really put some dents in my marriage. I know he wanted to leave. Like I said, I was stealing his credit card, flying out, doing guest spots. You don't get paid for no guest spots.
Not.
And he couldn't understand. He's like, "You're not making no money." I said, "I'm telling you, it's something here for me."
Right.
And I stuck with it. And that day Katt Williams called, everything changed.
Because a lot of times they can't see, like, everybody wants the instant gratification. Okay, right now, Miss Pat, you on stage, you doing this, X, Y, and Z. But it was gonna be down the road, and they can't see what you see because it wasn't their vision. That's your vision.
When I moved from Atlanta to Indianapolis with my husband's job, General Motors, and I was determined to get out of Indianapolis. I hated it.
Right.
I could not live. I lived in Plainfield, Indiana, in front of the prison that Mike Tyson did all his time at. And that was the first thing they told me. Mike Tyson did it. I don't give a damn about no black man going to jail. I know a lot of black men in jail. And I just knew that day.
Prison right there on Moreland.
Thank you. And I'm like, I can't stay here. Right. And I told my husband, I said, just stick with me. I said, I'm going to retire you. And I was like, "Girl, I got a pension. You can't retire." I said, "I'm going to retire you." Shannon, my husband at the house right now. He worked in 2.5 years. Wow. 3 years. I looked at him and I said, "It's time to leave General Motors.
Right.
We don't need it no more." My husband bust his ass for over 24 years, taking care of me and them kids. That was days he had to drag himself in the house from making them transmission in them cars. But now he just go and get the leaves out the pool. He white man stuff. And every time I look on our security camera and I see him, I say, I told his. And I asked him the other day, I said, are you happy? He said, if only you knew.
That's what's
you're very
up.
comfortable on stage. You mentioned earlier that your daughter is gay.
Yes, she is.
Well,
You say
Miss
you're very
Kim
comfortable.
sleeps, so I'm
You're
finna
very
let
comfortable
y'all
on stage talking about
go.
it. Did
I know
you
Quentin,
or did she come
hopefully.
to you and tell you?
Oh, I shouldn't be eating ice. Damn, I'm on camera. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
What, Renee?
I kind of knew. What happened? I didn't know my daughter was gay. Till I bought her some Elin Harris book. I was listening to V103 one day, and they was talking about Elin Harris, Frank Ski, and that was an author. Get these books; they're good. And so my daughter is a reader.
Mhm.
Like that's all she do is read. So I said, get my daughter these books. I didn't know they was a down low book because I don't read. I done bought my daughter all these down low books.
Oh,
and she just reading them shit. I said, what the hell is in these books? Reading them while she at school, reading them while she doing this. What the hell
yeah,
is
that's
in these
Miss
books?
Pat.
I pick it up and she on a thing about undercover gay dude. I said, who the hell bought you these books? She was like, you. I said, I bought you this shit. And so I tell my husband, I said, I think she might be kind of suspect.
Okay.
And so when she went to college,
okay,
and she didn't come back home,
for real.
and then she started to run because I went to jail, and I hated gay women. I hated gay women. I could deal with a gay man. I could not deal with a gay woman. And my daughter knew how I felt because of the mean things I would say around the house.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter disappeared for 3 years. And I called her. I hit her up on Facebook one day, and I said, "Where are you?" She was in Virginia. I said, "Call me." She called me, and I said, "Ashley, are you gay?" Now I already kind of figured about then. I just want to hear it out of my. She said, "Yes, ma'am, I'm gay." I said, "So you sleep with women? You eat pussy?"
I can't.
Could you be a little more subtle with it?
No, I had to get right to the point. She said,
Okay.
"Yes, ma'am, I do." I said, "All right. Well, come on back to Atlanta. That's all they do down here." I said, "You gonna fit right in at home." And it was hard. It was hard because I was raised a certain way. And my daughter looked just like me, Shannon, just like me. And there was time I see on Facebook, and I call her, and I would tell her, "Get my face off, dude." I mean, she like them hard chicks like you. She like a chick that look like you. They have on pants, but they be looking like you. So I had to learn to, I love my child.
This is a good interview,
so
y'all.
I had to learn, I guess I wanted to. I guess I used to always joke about. I said I always wanted to teach her how to suck dick, but we don't never have that in common. She said, "Well, Mama, I do it on my dildos," and so I'm like, "Well, I ain't gonna do it on your dildo." But you gay. I love
What's
you.
wrong with
And
it?
just come home, and I love my child. And it opened my eyes because I tell people all the time, what you don't like, a lot of times comes
She is natural
in your life to make you understand what do you hate. Why are we judging people by their sexuality?
Yeah.
My daughter is in a great relationship.
Yeah.
She found somebody to love her. My daughter ain't never been beat on like me,
Right.
mistreated like me, and she happy. And I'm glad she happy.
Isn't that what we want for our kids?
That's all I want for my daughter. Now I'll tell you what, you come over there sometime because she's so nasty. I make her use plastic.
I can't.
Baby, she talk about vagina like chicken dressing. So, but I love her, and I'm happy that she's okay with who she are, and as a family, we support that.
You told a story, told a joke one time, like your daughter's a lot like you because the only difference is I dated lazy men, she liked lazy women.
She in the beginning she loved them lazy. And I used to say, Ashley, just go over there and get your lazy man. They usually can't read and they have really big packages. You will enjoy it. A lazy man will rock your world. They make you sound like your tape. I'm not calling you lazy. I'm just saying it gave me flashback that day when I heard it on Instagram.
You follow me?
Yeah, I follow you.
Block you.
Don't block me. You learn how to work your damn phone.
Not yet. Not right now.
I didn't record that. You recorded it. First, I thought they were AI. I was like, damn, AI is killing it. When you came clean that day, I was like, whoa, shit.
Lord have mercy. I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to live this down there.
I don't think you are, Shannon.
I don't think.
I don't think you are. You know.
Hey
as a woman, we
Ashley,
appreciate
good
that
morning,
tape.
y'all. But
Then you appreciate it, man. Don't you say that. You probably the victim. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Had the situation had been reversed. Let's just say,
but yeah, this is a good interview. Y'all go watch
do
it.
you think your mom
Miss
would've
Pat,
been-
Shannon
No.
Sharp.
No, that's all we heard was ugly stuff, sissy, the F word. We heard all those words coming up.
Right.
If you was gay or something wrong with you.
Glue.
No, my mama wouldn't have accepted that.
Okay. No, for real. I'm out of here, y'all. I love y'all. And I'll be back later. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. But stay tuned because I'll be back in a little bit. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.